What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before we get started, if you haven't already, like this video and hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. And ring that notification bell so you don't miss another upload. I know it's been a long time since we've done a video, it feels like, but it's really hot this summer in Oklahoma. Like, I mean, way hotter than normal. Last Tuesday it was 115 degrees and we've been working really hard just trying to get settled in our new house, which I'm in the kitchen of our new house. Finally bringing a cooking video to you guys that I've been wanting to do for a while. So what I'm doing today is, this will be the first step and then I'll finish it up tomorrow, but we're gonna make some venison summer sausage. I've got 3.5 pounds of venison and 1.5 pounds of really fatty pork shoulder. So that makes 5 pounds. Seasoning I'm gonna be using is the Backwoods cured sausage seasoning summer sausage. So anyway, we're gonna fire up the grinder and get to it. Alright, we ran that through the coarse plate. I'm going to go ahead and throw the fine plate and run it back through, and then we'll get to mixing it up. Alright, the fine plate's in. We're going to run all this meat back through the fine plate, and then we'll add our seasoning and mix it up. Alright, so all the meat is run through on a coarse grind. It got all the fat really mixed in to the rest of the meat, and honestly it looks almost too good to make into sausage. I should just make this into burger, but we're doing summer sausage. So a simple way to get all the meat out of the grinder is take you a slice of bread, turn your grinder on, once you start seeing some bread, go ahead and shut it off, and that gets just that extra little bit of meat out of your grinder. But with that, we'll go ahead and get this back in a bowl and start mixing it up. Alright, so we've got our 5 pounds of ground meat in a bowl, and we're ready to add the seasoning. So this seasoning, the directions, which whenever I'm doing this, I do actually read the directions. It says to use 5 ounces of water to dissolve the whole packet. That's the cure. And the cure. So you mix it all together. I'm going to use one of your spoons, honey. Probably should have used a whisk.
Yeah.
The spoon's alright. Oh yeah, that's dissolving just fine. Amanda's back behind the camera glaring at me right now. Alright, so we've got all the seasoning dissolved. We're just going to pour it in. And mix it up. Okay, so we've got the seasoning mixed into the meat, Now we're gonna add some LEM Backwoods high temperature cheddar cheese. We're gonna add about half of this bag to it. A little bit more, right about there. And then some diced jalapenos. Usually I add fresh jalapeno, but this works just as good. Give about 3 or 4 good spoonfuls in there. That's pretty good. Try not to make a mess so your wife doesn't get mad at you. And then you just mix the cheese and jalapeno in. And once you have it all mixed up, it should look something like this. Alright, so we're gonna put this back in the freezer for about 20 more minutes to get it nice and chilled back down. Then we're gonna move it into the stuffer, put it in the fiber casings, and we'll have to let that sit overnight. So we'll see you back once this is back and chilled down. That has it full. Set that to the side. Put the hopper in. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crank this down, and this will help push all the air out. It's got a little vent on top, so all that air is gonna come up and out before it pushes what's left through the tube. Alright. You can see the meat's already filling the tube up. There we go. Let me just feed that over. Alright, so we've got our summer sausage stuffed in the casings. It made 2 really big logs and then this little one. But what we'll do now is I'm going to let these sit in the refrigerator overnight, and then we'll see you guys back here after I get off work tomorrow, and we'll put them in the smoker and finish them out. So we'll see y'all tomorrow. Alright, so it's the next day. We're out here, we've got the pit boss preheated up to 200 degrees. All I'm gonna do is throw these up on the top rack. I will smoke them until the internal gets to about 165, pull them, and they'll be ready to go. Alright, well, I just came out and checked the temperature. They're all at 165. Internal, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull them off. These look amazing. Look at that.
Oh, oh, that burned my legs.
Okay.
Get back, Ellie.
Oh, holy crap, that's. But anyway, I've got them pulled off of the smoker now. I'm gonna take them inside, let them sit at room temperature and cool down, and we'll slice it open and see what it tastes like. Alright, so everything's chilled down. We're gonna go ahead and cut in and give it a taste test. Look at that. I mean, that looks like some good jalapeno cheese summer sausage right there. I'll go ahead and cut off a little piece. Oh, that's spot on. That is really good. I mean, I'll give that a 9.5 out of 10. That is awesome. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is a good way to use up some of that deer meat and make room for the meat that you're gonna harvest this coming season. You guys stay tuned. Hunting season is right around the corner. It doesn't feel like it outside right now with it still being in the hundreds here in Oklahoma, but we've got our big archery mule deer hunt coming up at the end of August, and we may be squeezing in an antelope hunt at the end of September up in South Dakota, so you guys stay tuned for those. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and close this one out. God bless each and every one of you, and as always, we'll see you on the next.